It's kind of wild when you stop and think about it. Our planet, it really shouldn't exist. I mean, seriously, in a universe that's just jam-packed with fiery gas giants and frozen barren wastelands, Earth is this cosmic anomaly. It's a beautiful accident that's just teeming with life. So what's the secret? What's the recipe that makes our world so incredibly special? Well, let's dive in and find out. I mean, just look at it. The universe has billions, maybe trillions of planets out there. But this is the only one we know of that we can call home. This beautiful blue marble is proof of a very specific, and I mean very rare, set of circumstances that allowed life to not just start, but to absolutely flourish. So that brings us to the big question, right? What is the secret recipe for a living world? I mean, if you and I were going to build a planet from scratch, what ingredients would we absolutely need? Well, get ready because we're about to open up the cosmic cookbook that created our Earth. All right, first up on our ingredient list, the perfect cosmic address. And it turns out, just like in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Where you are in the solar system is everything. And Earth, well, let's just say we got the best spot in the entire neighborhood. And that prime location has a name, the Goldilocks zone. You know the story, right? Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. If you get a little too close to the sun, you end up like Venus, a scorching, lead-melting inferno. A little too far, and you're a frozen wasteland like Mars. But Earth? We are right in that perfect sweet spot where water can stay liquid. And that, my friends, makes all the difference. And you can see it right here. That green band, that's our cosmic sweet spot, the habitable zone. And look where Earth is, smack dab in the middle. Our neighbors, Venus and Mars, they're just on the edges. And that seemingly small difference in distance, oh, it has absolutely massive world-altering consequences. So let's really put this into perspective. A few million miles might not sound like a lot in cosmic terms, but look at the difference it makes. On Venus, you're looking at a surface temperature of 450 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead. Meanwhile, back here on Earth, we're enjoying a pretty comfortable average of 15 degrees. That perfect temperature allows for liquid water and, us. And that's it. That's our crucial first ingredient in the recipe for a living planet. Liquid water. It's basically the universal solvent. Think of it like a cosmic soup where all the building blocks of life can mix and mingle and create something amazing. Without liquid water, the recipe is a total non-starter. Okay, so we've got our location nailed down. But hey, location isn't everything, right? So let's move on to our next key ingredient, getting the size just right. Because it turns out, when you're building a habitable planet, size really, really does matter. Yeah, you've got another Goldilocks situation here. If Earth were too small, its gravity would be too weak to hang on to our precious atmosphere. It would just drift away into space. But if Earth were too large, its gravity would be so crushing that complex life just couldn't exist. So once again, Earth is right in that perfect sweet spot, just enough mass to hold our atmosphere around us like a cozy blanket. And this analogy just blows my mind. It really puts everything into perspective. Think about it. If the Earth were an apple, the entire zone of life, every mountain, every ocean, every single one of us, would exist on a layer as thin as the apple's skin. It's such a powerful and humbling way to think about just how incredibly fragile our world really is.
So we've got the perfect location. We've got the perfect size. But here's the thing. The universe is a dangerous place. It's like a cosmic shooting gallery, constantly bombarding planets with deadly radiation. So to survive all that, you need shields. And lucky for us, Earth has some of the best in the business. Our planet's defense system is basically a three-layered shield. First up, we've got the atmosphere. Then there's the ozone layer. And finally, the magnetic field. And each one has a critical job. The atmosphere, it gives us air to breathe and provides the pressure that keeps our bodies from, well, you don't want to know. Then you've got the ozone layer, which is like the planet's personal sunscreen, blocking out most of the sun's super harmful UV rays. And finally, there's the magnetic field. This invisible force field, generated deep in the Earth's core, deflects all sorts of damaging particles from the sun. Honestly, without these shields, we'd be cosmic toast.
Okay, so we have all the right ingredients, right? The location, the size, the shields. But a great recipe, it's more than just a list of ingredients. It's about how everything comes together to create something truly magical. And on Earth, that magic is what we can call the symphony of life. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Life on Earth survives not because of any one single thing, but because everything works together in balance. It's this incredibly delicate dance of interconnected systems. That's the real secret. That's what makes all of this possible. Think about it. The geosphere, or the land, gives us all the nutrients. The hydrosphere, the water, lets all those crucial chemical reactions happen. The atmosphere cycles the gases we need to breathe. And then there's the biosphere. That's life itself. That's us, connecting it all together. It's pretty amazing. So, how has this incredible symphony kept playing for literally billions of years? One word: reproduction. It's the ultimate encore, right? It's the process that passes the baton from one generation to the next, making sure the music of life just keeps on going. So, we've just gone through this incredible, perfect recipe for life. It's amazing. But what happens when you throw a brand new, totally unpredictable ingredient into the mix? Because that's exactly what humanity is doing to our planet. And right now, that perfect recipe is in serious danger of being spoiled. And we're not just talking about one problem here. We're talking about what's now known as the triple planetary crisis. It's a three-headed monster, really. You've got climate change, which is heating up our world. You've got biodiversity loss, which is silencing that symphony of life we just talked about. And you've got pollution, which is contaminating our most basic life support systems. They're all connected, and together they're threatening to unravel everything. And this is what's at stake. Just look at the two sides here. On one, you have a world in balance, that beautiful symphony of life playing in perfect harmony. And on the other, a world totally out of tune, a mess of pollution and destruction. The choice of which future we create, well, that's up to us. This number, 1.5 degrees Celsius. This is the big one. It's the red line. Scientists all over the world have identified this as the critical tipping point for global warming. It's the line we absolutely cannot cross if we want to avoid the most catastrophic, irreversible damage. And right now, we are teetering right on the edge. So that leaves us with a really tough question, doesn't it? After billions of years of cosmic luck and this incredibly delicate balance created the perfect recipe for life, are we going to be the ingredient that spoils the whole thing? The final chapter of this story is being written right now, and we are all holding the pen.